Today I am continuing on with the subject of presidential history on the Jersey Shore. As I showed you all last time, the history is vast and it included the history of the 7 presidents that called Long Branch home. Presidents Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Harrison, McKinley, and Wilson. This is another local spot in honor of the presidents and their history. On this venture today, we explore the history and unfortunate death of President James A. Garfield, right here in Long Branch, New Jersey. It was on July 2nd, 1881, at the Baltimore and Potomac Railroad Station in Washington, D.C. President Garfield was shot twice by Charles J. Guiteau, a person later described as a disgruntled office seeker. President Garfield lingered long as the summer heat grew worse at the White House, even with the help of early air conditioning systems. By July 23rd, the summer heat progressed in Washington. Many thought the air of the Jersey Shore would be of help to aiding in the treatment of the president, so the choice was made to leave the White House and head for the presidential retreat spot in Long Branch, New Jersey. After a custom track was laid and altered to accept the specially designed and comfortable train car from Washington, it was this train station that welcomed President Garfield in Elberon, New Jersey. The president was then quickly taken to the Franklin Cottage up the street onto the beach of Long Branch. And located here on this little street, President Garfield passed away on this spot on September 19th, 1881. The cottage sat on this property until the 1950s after it fell into disrepair. The monument seen here was later placed and it still stands to this day. As we return back to the Church of the Presidents, where Garfield was an attendant, we see this small building. This building is known as the Garfield Tea House. The building was constructed using the railroad ties from the same track that transported President Garfield here. And after his funeral, the silk flag that covered his casket was later displayed here in the museum at the Church of the Presidents. Another piece of history on the Jersey Shore, another moment in time that changed history, and at that time made President Garfield the 2nd president assassinated in office. The 3rd president would be President McKinley, who also enjoyed his time here on the Jersey Shore. As always, I say, come down and enjoy some history. You never know what is in your own area until you take a moment and realize it offers more than you think. And with that being said, on to the next venture.